Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first installment of the Manga Anime Media Podcast, where I, your host, Jason Clare, will go over topics within the industries, pop culture, and interviews later on. So, if you notice on the thumbnail, I have 4 images. This is going to be a key to knowing what each episode is about. So, as you can see from the image on your screen, I have Saitama, aka One Punch Man, on the left. Then at the top, I have a non-anime related image of Game of Thrones. Every once in a while, I'm going to want to talk about a topic that I like that is not anime related, just to give you guys, something else to enjoy, because life is more than anime. So, Game of Thrones is going to be the major topic. Then on the bottom right is an image of me when I met Sean Schimmel. It's a quick little story time I could tell you guys about that. It happened a little over a year, almost a year ago, when I first went to a MomoCon. And then the last image is one of my favorite cosplayers, K-Bear, as Black Hole Chan. So usually I'm going to have like 2 big topics and then like 2 little bitty topics in between, just to keep things, fresh, exciting. I don't really want to bore you with one topic. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first up, we are going to talk about the second season of One Punch Man. Now, I am ecstatic that the quality did not drop from the first season. I did not want like some Toei-ish like company just butchering the quality of the work itself. And I'm not talking about the story, I'm talking about the actual animation itself. Because I understand that some people out there, you get all mad about it. Like, no. You can tell when someone took their times on their drawings and people who rush. So, the day this is being filmed is I've seen the first 2 episodes, and then in the second episode, the third episode, I'll talk about that. So I loved it how King is a total fraud, and basically he is what everyone said One Punch Man was. Oh, you're a fraud, you just happened to show up, and really King's this coward or just a regular dude running around, and I felt so bad for him. I'm just like, bro, like, really, you can't even just say he could just sit inside and have everything delivered to his house, because that freaking bird just smashed right into his place, virtually making him homeless. And I'm just like, dang. So if I was him, I would have came out, I'm a fraud. I just, I like getting the money, I like the fame, but it's really this guy right here. He's been doing it, and then everyone goes, oh, okay, well, that would explain why you're so strong, why you fight with the S-class warriors, why you get along with some of them, because you're actually supposed to be in the highest tier, but you're not, because King got all your credit. One thing that I liked is, I can't remember her name, but anyway, when that girl showed up, because she wanted to be number 1 in B class, and she wanted Saitama to join her little gang or whatever. I loved the shade that Saitama gave. Oh, don't worry, I'll be in class as soon, so you don't have to worry about me taking your rank. I'm just like, bruh, like, he did not give a rat's ass about your feelings in this. It's just like, girl, just walk away. And then when your 2 henchmen try to attack, he smacks him away. At that point, if I was her, I would just walked away and be like, you know what? My bad. You really strong. Especially he's hanging around 2 class S warriors, even though King was seen as a fraud, but she doesn't know that. It's like, girl, just stop being a hater. Keep improving your skills. This whole, my oldest sister's better than me. Like, okay, I have a younger brother. I was better than him at a lot of stuff, and I still am. But that never stopped him from acting like a little whiny spoiled brat. But I can't stand her character. Like, she's such a wimp. I just hope she doesn't reoccur. She probably does. I haven't read the manga yet. She probably comes back. It's just, she's very, very annoying. And I like how Genos just keeps upgrading his parts, and Satama's just like, oh, I'm just gonna keep doing my 100 push-ups and sit-ups and stuff, and I'm still gonna be OP. I just love the comedic humor of One Punch Man. It's just really, really hilarious. Okay, everybody. So we're gonna go over to the first small topic of the day. Uh, this is the Sean Schimmel story. So this is the second or third day of MomoCon 2018, and I had my girlfriend with me, so we had 4-day tickets, and I told her we're gonna need to go early. Like, I literally told her it's not gonna be like the first 2 days. If you are not ready by this time, I'm going to leave you. You will have to get your own Uber so I can get to the line, so I could talk to Sean Schimmel and Chris Sabat. So I got in line, like, I want to say 2 hours early. Stood there for 2 hours just so I could get Chris Sabat and Sean Schimmel to do like voice recordings. And if you watch any of the other videos, you see Chris Sabat talk in Piccolo's voice. If you're not seeing that, go check out one of my other videos. So while I was in line with Sean Schimmel, there's this guy who is in front of me. He was getting his pops signed, and then there was this lady behind me, and she was in the same. She was behind me with when I went to saw Chris Sabat. So I met Sean. I had my camera on burst mode, so I ended up getting 3 pictures instead of 1. But it was so quick; they're virtually the same one because it's like $50 a picture. And I get my picture, swap business info, and I go my merry way. Maybe this is about like 2-3 hours later. One guy was talking about how he met Sean, and like he was just going through a fit, just like completely whining about the entire thing. And I'm just like, what's wrong? And he was like, yeah, man, I saw Chris, and Chris was like, he was talking to you, he was cool, he was friendly. Which he was, I will admit. Chris Sabat gave you 30 seconds to say what you wanted to, talk to you a little bit and everything. And Sean kind of did it because you could tell Sean wasn't like in the best health that day. You could see he was very tired. And they also had a panel to go through. And if you're watching the Manga Anime Media YouTube channel, which you should subscribe to, by the way, there's going to be a lot more content coming soon. I've recorded that entire thing for you all, so you can still see that. I think this was before the Broly movie came out, so there's no spoilers or anything. There's no really much behind the scenes. But anyway, so he's sitting there whining and complaining. Yeah, man, Sean was just trying to hurry up and get people through. Now, if you were at MomoCon and if you were in Sean's line, that line went from the basement, I guess it's a basement that we were in, but it was, it's a convention center, and it went all the way up to the top floor. So this line is literally 3 stories tall. We're not just talking about like up one stairs. We're talking about like it went down the hall, up another stairs, back down, up. So knowing how long his line is, because I saw the staff tell them how long Sean's line is, at this point in time, if I'm Sean, I'm trying to get to as many of my fans as possible. Sean even was, they even delayed the panel he was at so he could hurry up and finish and get some more people. So I was fortunately to be early enough to talk to Sean to get his contact information. And even then, he was cool, he was friendly. I'm like, okay, this is great. He's a pretty cool type of guy if you get the time to talk to him. But it just showed me that some people are so self-centered. They're like, I don't care about anybody else. It's like, bro, like, are you serious? it's just sad. And everybody was literally asking him the same question. Did you pass out when you were doing the voice for Super Saiyan 3? And repeatedly, Sean says no. It was Super Saiyan 4. It was not Super Saiyan 3. And at the panel, because if you haven't seen the video, you won't know this. But if you have seen it, you do. In the beginning, he literally said, before they ask any questions, it was the moderator did 10 things that people always ask about Dragon Ball Z. And the number 3 thing, I think it was number 3, he said, I did not pass out doing the scream or transforming into Super Saiyan 3. And the first question somebody asked was, I wanted to know, did you pass out doing the transformation scene in Super Saiyan 3? And I knew the dude was right there, cause he was like the 3rd row from the front, so he was not that far from Sean. And I'm just like really loud. I'm like, really, and everyone just looked at him, and it's like this dude was an idiot. A lot of Sean's fans are just dumb. I'm just like, come on now. It really irks my nerves. So the dude that was whining and complaining, I was like, look. That line had at least 4,000 or 5,000 people in it. And that the fact that you're so self-centered, you think that Sean should spend 30 minutes of the day talking to you. He was like, I could at least get 5 minutes. And I said, okay, I was number 15 in the line. If I had got 5 minutes, you probably wouldn't have got there. It's because I sit there and told him, I said, think about it. You got 30 minutes in an hour. In a half hour. So, it's 60 minutes in an hour. 15 people get 5 minutes. You're talking about, that's an hour and a quarter already. For 15 people. If everybody get to talk to them for 5 minutes. That's not about to happen. So even if you get 30, think about it. If you get 30 seconds, that's 2 people a minute. That's 120 people. And then people gotta, and that's why they had those assistants. What do you want? Do you want a photo, or do you want a signature, or do you want both? You hand your money. You tell the assistant what you want. They either hand you a ticket, or when it's your next, they tell the voice actor he's getting this option. He's getting this option, and it's already ready. So as soon as he says the option, they sign their signature. They also tell you, go ahead and have your camera ready, because the dude was saying, yeah, I was fumbling with my camera too. And they were like, you gotta hurry up. And it's like, I already had my camera ready. I had my money ready. I was like, let me go ahead and get this photo so I could say what I need to say real quick. And it's just, I was like, you know what, dude? Like, you really get on my nerves, my nigga. Like, you just dumb. Like, bro, you just gotta go. Like, stop your whining. Like, for real, dog. Like, I can't really do this. Okay, everybody. So now we're going to go on to our next subject. We're gonna move on to Game of Thrones. And I understand if some of you don't watch Game of Thrones, you can skip ahead until you hear me talk about. We're gonna be doing talking about Black Hole Chan. So we're gonna just, you know what? Let's talk about Black Hole Chan. So if you don't know who Black Hole Chan is, because of that picture of the science community put out of what a black hole looks like, the anime community decided we're gonna make a cute hot girl about it. That's virtually it. I happened to follow K-Bear, and that's why I was like, oh, what's this? And, I started looking at it. So I decided I'm going to make my own version of Black Hole Chan. I'm on my Instagram. It is SketchingHands7. There'll be a link in the description if you've seen this on YouTube. It's just, I think it's pretty cool. We should do like stars, the sun, the whole solar system. I think it was cool how we did Earth Chan. I ended up doing my own version of Earth Chan for like black girl, because I'm like, why not? I'm black. I'm gonna draw black people. So that is the little bitty subject for today. So now let's move on to the next subject. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to be discussing the first and second episodes of Game of Thrones Season 8. If you are not caught up and you do not want to be spoiled, this is your time to leave now. I do not believe in spoiling stuff for people. I do not. I can't stand that. When people do that, I unsub for them on YouTube. So you got like 4 seconds to get out. Okay, now that those people are out, I've given them 5 seconds. First, let me get my notes out, everybody. Like, I really had to. Okay, so I'm just gonna be jumping back and forth about the stuff that really stood out to me. Now, I want to address this in the second episode first, where people were saying it was kind of bland. I didn't see it was kind of bland. That episode has a lot of foreshadowing in it, because I know when I rewatch it after the season's over, I'm gonna be like, oh man, I missed that. So I paid very close attention to that. Second off, a lot of stuff had to happen. For instance, Bran talking to Jaime Lannister, and Jaime saying, "You're not mad at me?" And then Bran was like, "Well, you can't help us fight if I rat you out and they die." Like, Bran's like, "I ain't no snitch now. Like, whatever. Yeah, you tried to kill me back then, but like, I need as many people between me and this Night King dude as possible. So you might die anyway. So it's whatever." And I'm like, dang, like this had to happen. And then the shade that Sansa gave Daenerys when she, that look she gave you when she was like, "The North is beautiful, and so are you, as your brother told me," and she just didn't even say thank you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Throughout your whole life, everybody that was horrible to you, you were all nice, whining about you want to be the queen and all this other crap. Here's somebody who's royalty that is nice to you, who's here to help you save your home, who could have just burnt you alive if she wanted to, and you just being rude. Like, you being a real bad host right now. I understand you trying to protect your family. I understand as a kid you were dumb and you didn't want to do that. But like, girl, you need to calm down right now, because first off, yes, you wanted to be queen, you a kid. You did not play the game right enough to be queen. Stop being rude. And it's just something gets on my nerves. I'm waiting for her to die. Now, I don't know if some of you seen this, especially if you do not live in the United States of America. There is a meme going around with Grey Worm and Melisandre, and they're walking through the North, and in this meme is they're looking at people in the North and they have MAGA hats on, and I'm just like, bruh. It's like, dang, like, really? This is what y'all gonna do? Like, whoever did that was so petty. But I'm like, that's how I feel sometimes when you go into areas where everybody doesn't look like you and they don't really hang around people who look like you. They just stare and they get up and walk away. Like, okay, I understand y'all don't trust people, but like, it's just really rude. And they're sitting thinking, we gotta save these people. Like, they're all dirty and everything. They're looking at us and they can't even just wave. Like, whatever. It's just, hey, but looking at what happened to the North, there's bound to be some misunderstandings. Now, Arya finally got that V card. Like, she threw that V card away, and I didn't really know that people wanted her and Gendry to get together up to 2 weeks ago. Like, I kind of live in my own bubble, and I'm just like, wait, y'all want Arya to be with Gendry, and this happens? And like, for me, like, she still looks like she's 12. Like, okay, yeah, she has a little body on her. She saw a boob on the side. I think that was to show people that she was grown, because, like, okay, I had an argument with my coworkers about this, and Gendry had said when he first, not Gendry, but the actor that played Gendry, he said when he first met the actress that played her, because I can't remember the names off the top of my head. When he first met her, she was like 11 going on 12. So it's 10 years later. And my coworker tried to argue, oh, well, we're on 8 seasons. That means it's been, and we had that 1 year break. That means it's 9 years later. That means she's 19. And like, he's an idiot because he doesn't realize that each season didn't come out exactly 1 year after each other. Some there was actually a little bit later than others. And these months accumulated up to an extra year. It's been 10 years. All the actors do 10 years. This is what happens when you don't watch what the producers say. You don't watch none of the commentary. You don't, none of that. You don't go look up the information you're talking about. I was like, it's been 10 years. The producers of the show said it's been 10 years. HBO has said it's been 10 years. So anyway, people were talking about, oh, whoa, she didn't really show her breasts or anything, but they showed Daenerys showing her breasts back then. And the producers told her, and they do this now, you can show as much as you want now. Like, but in the first season, they wanted her to be full fronted noodle because, you know, it's HBO, it's what they do. And I mean, she didn't want to show what her vagina looked like. She didn't want to show her nipples on camera, so she didn't have to. And it's perfectly fine. For me, it was one of the more awkward scenes because I'm like, you still kind of look like a little kid. I know you grown, but before you took your armor and your stuff off, you look like a little kid. And I was like, oh my gosh, Ari's about to get some. I knew what was going on when she was just talking to him weird. And then she turned around, you know, this might be the last night I'm alive. I said, oh, she's about to get the wood. Like, it's over. Arya is getting the D. And yeah, I mean, that's what she did. It's just what it is. Now, I'm so happy when my favorite ginger in the world survived and he came back down. I was like, thank God, in the first episode, he's alive. And he finally got back to Winterfell. And I'm glad they explained. This is good storytelling. They explained how they beat the White Walkers to Winterfell. We had to go around them, which means this is a slow-moving army because it's big and they're all walking. And they told us, anybody who's not here with us is a part of them now. Most people bad writers wouldn't have not explained. We had to go around them and hurry up and beat them here. They wouldn't have had that one line to fix everything, and then people would have been debating over bad writing, trying to use weird headcanon to make sense of it. And I loved it how he's like, is the big woman still here? I want them to get together. People right now making up their theories that Brienne of Tarth is going to die. I do not know if that's true or not. If you're seeing this after the third season is aired and she's died, don't get mad at me and be like, oh, what are you talking about? This is, like I said earlier, this episode of my podcast is being filmed before the third season of Game of Thrones. So if you're not really paying attention, I don't know what to tell you. Like, slap yourself, hit yourself. I don't really know what you want me to do. But anyway, we're gonna keep it moving along. So I'm trying to avoid. I'm going to move over to the fire scene. I like that how Brienne got knighted. And I didn't know that you could be a knight and make another knight. That really shows you how important they make that job. They just didn't go, oh, you my homeboy, I'm going to make you a knight. Like, they really made you go through all the rigors of all the challenges to be a knight. And I thought that was nice of Jaime. I like Jaime Lannister. He's not a good person, but over time he's become a good person. And that the fact that Brienne stood up for him when Dany was like, we should just kill you. Sansa's like, we should kill you. And Bran could have snitched at any point in time. Like, you stabbed their dad in the back of no, one of his fighters stabbed them. It's like you arrested her dad, which led to his death. Arya definitely wanted to kill you. It was just like, but that the fact that you made a promise, you showed up. They're like, okay, well, because Brienne vouched for you, Sansa trusts her with your life. We'll go ahead and let you live because, you know, we need the manpower. You're just, even though you're one dude, you're one extra dude. So, and that the fact that you told us that your sister betrayed us and lied. So, speaking of Cersei, I'm waiting for her to die. She is doing every move to the best of her ability to win the Iron Throne. And if she wins, I can understand why. Do I want her to win? No, I do not. I really do not. I really do not. that the fact that she's so manipulative, she slept with Euron Greyjoy so he can think that it's his baby. And the look on her face when he said, I'm gonna put a prince into your belly. Like, you could tell she did not want to have sex with this man. Like, you could tell right then that was perfect acting, by the way. That was great A acting. But you could tell she rather had been Jaime in her bed. I'm just like, I'm like, there you go, Your Honor. You really did everything you did. He's like, hey, nah, bro. Like, you said after the war, we might die. Like, I need to clap these cheeks or something. I'm doing all this for free. Nah. Like, I need them cheeks. And then you could tell the mountain wanted to kill him. He's like, nah, you ain't about to clap these cheeks. And, you know, I mean, he got to clap them cheeks. So, speaking of clapping cheeks, when the fact that Jon and Daenerys are having sex in the waterfall, I'm like, yeah, you definitely clapping them cheeks. It was a nice little date that they had. You know, I love it how they're building people up. Like, the episode 2 really is playing on how people will spend their last day. Like, you know, this might be my last day alive. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to enjoy potentially my last moments. So I get that episode. That's why I liked episode 2. I know a lot of people didn't. They just want to whine and complain about it. I'm like, look, y'all can't. You really don't need to. It's more realistic. Now, let's get into the heavy hitting stuff. When Sam told Jon the truth about his lineage, like, the whole thing, I thought it was funny how Sam told Bran when they were discussing who's going to tell Jon, well, he's your brother. He's like, he's not. Sam stops. What? Like, I'm like, Sam, come on, he told you the truth. Like, you read it yourself. They're cousins. I mean, I understand that for this whole time, everybody thought they were brothers. But Bran was like, Jon and I really didn't have a relationship like that as kids. And then we haven't really seen each other that long, but he fucked with you. Like, y'all fought together, ate together, slept next to each other in the cold, about to die. He trained you up. You always had his back. He came back to life and stuff. Like, you found the information that we need so we can even have a hope to fight this whole army. And I'm kind of glad they put Sam down in the crypt. You need people who can read and know all this information. You need your mind. You need to keep your smart people safe. So I loved it how Jon didn't go, oh, I'm the king. Oh yeah, sweet. And he was like, what? Like, you could tell he did not believe it. And the look that he just gave Sam, and Sam gave, I'm like, look me in my eye, bro. Like, look me in my eye. I'm telling you the truth. Why would I lie? Why would I lie about this? And he accepted it. And when Jon, like, you could tell he complimented the whole time. Should I tell Daenerys? Because, you know, he's, to his people, he's still king of the north, well, lord of the north. Honestly, I think what they should have said should have been smart. Be like, okay, I'll be the warden of the north, but do not tell my people I'm warden of the north. We'll still say I'm king, because they will not accept it. And you had people leave because of that. I'm like, y'all. I'm like, the White Walkers is coming. Everybody sees this, and you're like, nah, I'm out. Like, you just up and decide you're not gonna believe this now. Like, nah, okay. If everybody die because they happen to need your 10,000 men or whatever, there ain't no help coming because everybody else died. So I'm like, y'all selfish. And if I survive after that, dear leaders, I'm cutting your head off and your lands are being given to somebody else. Like, fuck your whole family at that point. But at the fact when he finally told Daenerys, and she was like, that will make you the true heir to the Iron Throne. Now, I understand that you want to be queen. This is the sole reason why you're over here, and he sided with you. Now he's telling you this, and you don't believe it because it's your brother, his so-called brother and best friend telling him this. But Jenny, you gotta think, he told you this. He could have said this in front of everybody. He told you when you were down there after he done smashed your cheeks in and everything, And you could tell something was on his mind. And how many times did he say he does not care about the Iron Throne? And you even said you need to marry somebody over there to help you rule. Just marry him. It's been done in your family for generations. There should be no issue. Y'all are about to die. So I want to really see how this plays out. Because I'm like, girl, like, first of all, you also understand that since he believes this, because you don't, and her mind, she's like, I can't believe he believes this. And that means you've been fucking your nephew. For you, that should be okay. But for him, that's a, whoa, I've been sleeping with my aunt. We don't do this where I'm from. Like, he doesn't, my dad is my uncle. Like, that's a lot to deal with when you're about to die. You know you might die. But it's just, I love how, like, they cut it off because it's like, here are the White Walkers. It's just, I'm just like, dang. And I love how the Hound was like, if you start preaching about the stupid Lord of Light, I'm going to kill you. I love that scene. I just wanted to put that at the end. The Hound is my favorite character. I hope he survives. He needs to kill. I think the Hound survives because they keep playing up this whole he's gonna fight the mountain and kill his brother. So we're gonna see how that plays out. But we got 4 episodes left, and a lot of people saying we got a lot of ground to cover. Okay, guys, let's think about this. This is a 4-hour movie. Just look at it that way. They could cover the ground. They really can. This is Game of Thrones. This is basically what episode 2 was. It covered a lot of ground. If you notice, they don't do a whole walking from one location to the other. They're there. It's like little time skips, so we can get to the meat of the story, to get to the important stuff. But I really want to see the Hound kill his brother. Okay, everybody, thank you for tuning in to the first episode of my podcast. I did this with some of my mobile equipment. I'm still setting up my heavy duty podcast equipment, so I will constantly work on upping up the quality of this. Let me know in my mentions, what do you think? What subjects you want to hear? Do you like the format I got? Yes, this podcast is going to be advertiser free for now. I'm gonna do advertiser friendly. Just tell me what more do you expect, and I'm probably gonna do this weekly. I don't know which date. I'm just gonna do episode alert drops, and thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.